Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your businesses, and really your business. Most of you out there, or at least many of you, have families and young people in your lives, and we've got this pervasive problem with drug addiction in our culture that's profoundly affecting people, and we have now a culture, and I think a trend in our culture of minimalizing the impact, the damage it could have. We're making it easier. And I'm telling you, I think the long-term impact is going to be devastating. There's one organization in particular that's profoundly touching individuals, young people, and transforming their lives and giving them an opportunity to walk away from drug and alcohol abuse. And I'm a huge fan of it. It's called Cornerstone Recovery, and Debbie Ortiz is with them, and always glad to have her on the program. Debbie, good to see you.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it.
You bet. And by the way, early on, I do want to mention it's cornerstonerecovery.org. Introduce us to your guest today.
Okay. Today we have with us Mike Stinson. It's interesting. I think our theme for today will be paths, because his path and mine had crossed many years ago, as Kevin has had yours and mine as well. Mm-hmm. And in the recovery community, we talk a lot about journeys, that we're on. So, Mike, I thought maybe we would just start off by hearing a little bit about your journey. I know that you had a long career with Conoco, and then you merged with Phillips. So you had a very rich career. And what else has been going on?
Well, Debbie, I'm continued to work on some board of directors, companies here in Houston, down to one now. We've sold a couple, and one of them has been put on the back burner that had to do with importing gas, and we now know that that's not so necessary. Still do some work with the United Way, the great organization here in Houston, in addition to Cornerstone, and also the American Heart Association. Mm-hmm. 4 grandkids keep us very busy, and happily so. And looking forward to having lunch with my son, who's with Anadarko Petroleum today. So
super. And
they're very cool. That's awesome. Is he an engineer there?
No, he's in the finance group. He's on the money side.
Oh, there you go. Very good. I'm sure the engineers appreciate him.
We engineers do. That's absolutely correct.
Debbie, go ahead.
Okay. Mike, I know that you are giving your time. You're actually chairing with your wife, Pamela, our upcoming breakfast. You're one of the honorary chairs. Tell me why you decided to get involved with that.
Recovery is tremendously important to my wife and I individually, and for lots of friends, companies, families in the Houston area and abroad in the country. As Kevin said just a minute ago, the problem with addiction is a large one, and one of the saddest things is when it afflicts young people, fresh, about to start life, to go through the kind of career process that I've been through, and they're dealing with something that is so difficult in their life that they're gonna have to have a helping hand to get over it and enjoy the life that we all want for them. It's also important to business as well. The companies, as most of us know, are very rigorous in terms of particularly drug testing. Mm-hmm. And if we can get the message to kids and young people that they're really damaging their life if they're not careful, if they get too entangled with drugs.
Yeah. Do you feel comfortable speaking anecdotally of how you've seen it in your life, the lives change?
Not a problem. I had a problem with alcohol, a very difficult problem with alcohol. I was lucky enough to work for a company that had an employee assistance program. When I realized that it was dominating my life way too badly, I got into a recovery program here in Houston, and it put me into Alcoholics Anonymous, which has completely reformed my life. And 16 years worth of sobriety has been extremely helpful in so many ways.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Debbie?
So it really is, you mentioned it earlier, Kevin, about transforming lives. And that happens to be the theme of the breakfast that Mike is chairing.
Well, I'm clever, aren't I?
You are. I was going to say.
I don't think I actually read that.
I sent that to you subliminally. But anyway, Mike, tell us what lessons you have learned, through your involvement with organizations such as Cornerstone Recovery as a volunteer.
One of the things is the combination of the love and professionalism that is shown toward these young people, the assistance that your organization gives and other organizations give to parents of young people who are struggling with how to deal with this problem that they may not personally have any experience with and are confronted with those issues. And C has the professional capability of helping these kids help each other through these processes of realizing the difficulty that they're having does have a solution.
Let me ask Debbie real quickly with this event coming up, March 27th, right around the corner. You were mentioning to me before about sponsorship. What does that look like? What is it in cost involved and that type of thing?
We have sponsorships ranging anywhere from $500 all the way up to $10,000. So we are actively looking for sponsors. And if you're interested, you can call me or email me at debbie@cornerstonerecovery.org. And my number is 281-687-0205. And in fact, I would love to have, if anyone wants to be a new sponsor of ours, we would be happy. Kevin, you said that we could have them on one of these interviews with us?
Yeah, well, we have allocated interviews for you, so absolutely, you can use it as you like.
That would be great. That would be a wonderful way to bring people in. And another opportunity, on the second Tuesday of every month, we actually have tours at our office, so that if you hear something today that catches your interest and you'd like to learn more, you would come to 6699 Port West, which is off Old Katy Road. That's just inside the 610 Loop. And next Tuesday, February the 10th, we're actually having one of these tours at noon, and you could just drop by and learn a little bit more about us.
Very good. I got to wrap it up with that. Thanks to both of you. Great having you on the program, Michael.
Thank you, Kevin.
Debbie, as always, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Do want to remind you again, cornerstonerecovery.org. Check them out. I'm a huge fan, obviously, pretty clear, and want to encourage you to check them out and really help them change lives. I'm Kevin Price. More after this on The Price of Business.